Hey guys, it is Monday evening here in the Philippines, and it is time for us to do our premium car unboxing. Today we're doing something a little bit different though. We have some diorama accessories from American Diorama and from Light Create, and also some items from, I think it's called Papercraft, I believe is the name of the place. And then I also am going to unbox one diecast today, and it is a premium. It is the new Shelby from Tarmac. And it's actually not brand new, but it's a couple months old, but it's new to me. I know a few of you guys had told me about it a couple months back, asking me if I was going to get one and do a video on it. So I finally acquired one, and I'm going to be unboxing it today. And here he is, your Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R. So we'll be doing him a little bit later. First, we're going to focus on the Nissan stuff we have in front of us and this stuff from this Papercraft place. So for you guys that follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen this stuff. These backgrounds, the shipping container, and the graffiti wall, and also the Nissan tent. All of these came from the same place. And yeah, I have these Nissans out here to kind of correspond with the tent and give it a little more flavor instead of just seeing an empty tent here. That way you can kind of see how it looks over top of the car and things like that, and kind of get an idea of how big it is. So I brought out even one of the Aerolift team transporters, and you can see that he is not quite as long, or the tent is a little bit longer than the Aerolift, so he is not quite as long as the tent. The tent is really cool. Little, I can't say difficult to assemble, but it is a little tedious. You know, you want to have patience and take a little bit of time, which sometimes I don't have the right patience for these things. So mine didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, but they come on a sheet of paper just like these stains here. It's a little bit thicker, kind of like photo paper. As you can hear, it kind of does have some density to it. It kind of has that little tinny sound to it, so it is thick enough to stabilize itself, but once you take it and cut it out and then fold all the tabs together and then you basically assemble it. I tried using tape at first to hold it together, but then I found a better way to do it, which I did on this side here. So you can see that the ends kind of look a little, well, the end kind of looks a little better on this side than on the opposing side. So this kind of has the more accurate like dip to it, kind of has that accurate tent look, I guess you could say, whereas this one doesn't, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it does great for what I'm using it for, just to do some pics for Instagram, and then sometimes I'll set up a display of Nissan and leave it out for a day or two, but most of my mini GT Nissans are housed in my display case, so basically I'm just using this for pics and like some picture opportunities to post on Instagram. They do not come with legs. I get this from a place in Indonesia. I cannot remember the name of the seller, but if you're located in the Philippines, you could find these items on Shopee. And the name of the items themselves are Papercraft, and it's 2 words. So I'm not sure about in the US. You guys may be able to find somebody on Amazon selling these. Hell, for that matter, you may be able to make them on your own if you get like the program, or if you can scale things down to 1/64 and print them off. I'm sure it would be possible. Later on, I'm going to be getting a couple of more tents, and they also have little scaled down boxes for 1/64. I'm going to be getting those and get a couple more backgrounds. And then the tent itself, at least from the seller I bought it from, doesn't come with legs. These are actually like paper Q-tips. Just cut the cotton swab ends off and then glued them to the tent itself. It works pretty good. and looks pretty accurate for a size. As I said, this tent did not come out the best. I know some of you guys said it looks great on the Instagram page, but probably after seeing it in the video, you can see some of the flaws and stuff, but still yet, not too bad. And it does great for like any kind of like car show layout. I had a car show layout that I posted on Instagram the other day with all Nissan GTRs from Liberty Walk with Kato and the ER34, which we will be unboxing that car come Wednesday. That's Eno64's first and only resin car, so we'll be unboxing that guy come this Wednesday. So that's your tent, and that's where I got it from, and that's how it's constructed. So, same thing with these guys here. They come on a sheet of, well, one big sheet, and you kind of got to trim around and trim off the white edges and then fold them once you get them. And they do great for some background shots for dioramas. As I said, I'm happy with some of the pics on my IG page. So, these are thick enough where, as I said, they will stabilize themselves, but if you can get a piece of cardboard and kind of line it with cardboard, I would probably recommend it. But if you're going to just be using them randomly for pics, then I probably would not worry about it. But if you're going to make it like a main structure of your diorama, then I probably would enforce it with some cardboard. But as you can see, this one's pretty cool. It's got that broken like paver stone ground, and then you have your wall that is all painted up like graffiti, which is really cool. It looks great with some of the JDM stuff and some of the lowriders. I have a couple of other ones ordered. One looks like a apartment, like row houses in New York City, and then it has like the street curbside where you park cars along in front of the apartment. It looks great for some pics. And then there's one with a regular brick wall, nothing painted on it, just brick wall with a paved parking lot area, which is also good for some conservative type pics. I ordered both of those, and then I have some of the cut out and assemble little boxes for 1/64, and I do have some that my buddy made me when he was making the Mr. Norm's dealership, and here is one. So this is your Mr. Gasket box. So really cool. He did a really cool job on these. So hoping that the ones that comes from this Papercraft company work out to kind of look just as good. So we'll find out here in a week or two whenever I get them in. So that's what they're supposed to cut out and fold into, is like these little boxes. So should be pretty cool. Have some more boxes, because I have a couple of those little Mr. Gaskets, and then I have a bigger like Edelbrock box and stuff that looks pretty good in my diorama, the old garage and such. So moving along, let's go to some of the figures. Now, this is an older set that I've had, and you guys have seen in my diorama before, but I had some people ask me about brand they were, and I really didn't know. I thought they were race metal, but it's not. It's from a company called Light Create, American Police figure set. And I know some people thought I was joking when I said this one chick was a prostitute, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be, 2 cops and a prostitute. So, anyways, that's the set. That's the way it comes, and as you can see, all the writing on the back is in Chinese, and then also in English. These are not very commonly found in the States, I don't think. I never seen the company until I came here. They also make the German Shepherds, which I showed you in previous ones. The German Shepherds come in a 2-pack, and I bought this set and the 2-pack of German Shepherds about 2 years ago. And they're not that cheap either. I think this set was about $12, and even the German Shepherds were probably $10. So those little stupid dogs were like $5 or $6 each. So a little bit expensive for 1/64 figures. I know you can get sometimes like your 3.5-inch action figures for like $6 or $7 each, but these little 1/64 guys sometimes cost just as much. So these are plastic, and let's get this box open again. I couldn't find the original box for the German Shepherd, so I didn't rebox them and bring them back, but it is the same company, because as I said, I bought them in correspondence to go with the Pops. Actually, I really wanted just the dogs because they fit in perfect in a lot of applications. Like I have the German Shepherd that's sitting down in the back of one of my trucks and the other diorama in front of the toy store, which looks great. But they do a nice job on the cops. As you can see, this guy has his hands crossed, but nice detail with the hat, the badge and stuff, and it is based on like a U.S. police uniform. So really nice. Nice detail, looks great, and it doesn't have any little platform, and they stand fairly good, as you can see, but they're easy to knock over. Well, he's not falling over now, but the girl is a little harder to stand up because she does have, like, let's see if I can get it to focus, like the high heel shoes, so it is a little more difficult to get her to stand. So, but nice details. And yeah, as I said, it's a little more difficult with her, so I'll try one more time. Yeah. So, I'm not going to waste a lot of time. But as you can see, he fell over quite easily, too. This guy is kind of cool. He has his hand out, and I usually have him standing next to my Monaco. And his hand being out like that is perfect line up with the door handle on the Monaco. So, it looks like he's opening the car door, which is really cool. His uniform is a little bit more, I would say, affiliated with the SWAT team, with like the ball cap style hat, sunglasses, and such. I would say he looks more like SWAT division, but still yet I usually put him and the other guy together with the Monaco. The one guy standing next to the passenger side, this guy reaching for the door handle on the driver's side. Really cool layout. So that is the set from not Race Metal, sorry, I was ready to tell you guys the name again, as this company, and I already forget the name of it, Light Create. So remember that, Light Create is the name of this company. Now the more popular company that I do dig, because their tools, their characters are made out of die-cast metal, is American Diorama, the Miho exclusives. So we got the Calendar Girl Set 1. And then we have the shop tool accessory. And I've had these shop tools for a very long time and have not opened them yet. Today will be the first time we're taking them out of the box. The girls, on the other hand, I've only had for about a week, but I've already taken like 10 different pictures with the cars I have and posted them on Instagram, so you may have already seen them. So we'll do the girls first since we're already on the people and take a look at them. Then we'll go to the tool set. So, there's pros and cons about the American Diorama stuff being die-cast. The weight and stuff is great, and they have a tendency to stand better, but the problem is if they fall over too much, they're hand-painted. They're not molded into color, so the paint chips. I have the mechanic set that I've had open for a while, and a couple of the guys are chipping pretty badly. Let me bring one back to show you guys. So if you do like have them in a diorama and they fall over a lot, or you're moving things around a lot, you could see the paint chips off. So he's got quite a few chips on his elbows and even on his face. In some sorts, this guy looks like the Terminator, like when the Terminator got shot in the face and half his face was blowing off and you could see the robot underneath. It's kind of what he reminds me of nowadays. So like Arnold Schwarzenegger with half the metal face and half regular face. So that's always an option too. If they chip up too bad, you can say that, like make a Terminator diorama. So that's The downside, as you can see, he's got quite a few chips on his legs too. So if they do fall over quite a lot, then you may have that problem. But these bikini girls, calendar girls, I'm not going to leave out all the time. I'm just going to take them out for special like pick opportunities. But that also may be a downside because taking them in and out, moving them around, they may chip. So you got this girl kneeling down. And these do lack facial detail, but still yet their body detail and facial like structure is very good. And you can see they're all in thongs for the most part. So even like the back, the ass, and the legs are detailed fairly good. So you can turn them around, like looking at the cars and such. And I think most of them are wearing thongs like that. So there's this girl standing, and in the black bikini with her hair up. So they do even like indicate, I'm trying to get it to focus because these little guys are hard to get to focus sometimes. So I'm trying to block out everything else in the back so you can see she's wearing her hair in a bun. Black bikini. And on the package it even indicates like what month they should be. Actually, there was a spot, I thought, but now looking at it, oh yeah, actually it is. So you can see right above March, June, May. So there's a second set that does the last 6 months, so from July through December. So there is a second set that you would want to get. So as you can see, they all kind of fit in pretty good. I did a pick with my pink Skyline. And it does look pretty cool. It's on Instagram if you guys want to check it out. So then next is the girl that's kind of laying down with one arm out. That one looks good, like sitting next to cars or on top of a car. Like I had one truck with a tonneau cover that I took a pic of. I don't think I've uploaded it yet. It was the RLC truck. The 69 Chevy with the adjustable suspension, and she's laying on the tonneau cover. That looked pretty cool. So there's a lot of options, and yeah, once again, I think like a thong bikini. And then this girl here is a little bit more difficult to get to stand, and this one I think has already got a chip on the nose. That's the way it came. So she looks like one of the Muppets or something with like the dog nose, so it looks a little strange. But from far away in a pic, it doesn't look too bad. But up close, zoomed in with the camera, that's exactly what it looks like with a black dog nose. So a little bit weird looking. But yeah, as I said, that may have happened because it was a little hard to get her stabilized because of the way she's leaning forward. And there's no pedestal that she's standing on, so it falls over quite easily. And as I said, you kind of want to keep them on a softer surface because when they do fall over, they have a tendency to chip, like this hard, like wooden table that I use here is a little bit hard on the figures that cause them to chip. Now, this one here is one of my favorites, like for just standing next to the car for posing. It looks pretty good. And then same thing with the girl in the black bikini. The only one that I don't favor so much is the one that I said had the chip on the nose. It's because it's harder to stabilize. But all the others look pretty good. Like they would be posing like this next to like a show car. So pretty cool set. Then next is the shop tools, and these are really cool. I've been debating on to open these for like a year. The only reason I haven't is because you can see in my diorama I have a lot of shop accessories already, and I just never opened this because the plastic ones serve the purpose, and as I said, these have a tendency to chip. I do have the blue toolbox, though. That is metal, and it is American Diorama that came with my mechanic set. Now, these two accessories here are something that I do really dig with the set. is your acetylene and oxygen tanks for the torches. That is pretty cool. So that I will probably integrate somewhere into my diorama. So really cool. And then I may even do like an inside diorama one day and just kind of make an inside garage shot where I will use it for pics. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit on Instagram instead of always using the dealership and always using the old barn. So that's why I bought these two backgrounds and ordered a couple other backgrounds, because it has a tendency to look a little better with some variety in the pics instead of always having the same old background. Then you have your creeper, which is nicely detailed. They even painted the wheels black, the base of it aluminum color, and then the pad is red. So very nice detail on the accessories that they have. Even like the acetylene tanks, you have your acetylene tank is green or red. I don't know which is which, to be honest with you. Which one's supposed to be oxygen and which one's supposed to be acetylene. I haven't used these for decades, so don't recall. And then you have your gauges and your regulator and where the hose would go. So really cool, nice detail on both. So then you have your jack. And I have a lot of jacks already. 2 or 3 of them actually. One of them is broken actually. The handle's broken off. I think I threw it in the dumpster at Mr. Norm's. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, really nice detail. The wheels are black. The pad that jacks the vehicle up is silver. The handle's silver. The jack itself is red. So very nicely done. Then you have an air compressor, which is another cool piece to add. I have a small air compressor that's in my diorama now that is like the one you carry around with you to fill up the wheel or the tires on the car. So you may see that sometimes in my diorama, but I do not have the big full-size one. So that's pretty cool. That will be integrated somewhere into the diorama. Some of these things will just go back in the package and be put to the side until I really need that. Probably like this toolbox, since I already have one, I will probably not need this one. Or I may use this one and retire the blue one. The red just looks more fitting. It looks more natural. The blue one, on the other hand, is pretty cool because it has tools on top of it. And let me get that one and show you guys. I know you've seen it before, but I don't think you've seen it up close. So this is the one that comes with the mechanics set. As you can see, it has the tray on top with some pliers, a couple wrenches, and such. But it also has like bigger casters, the push bar. So this is more of your like mobile cart. This is more of like your stationary cart, but still has casters so you can move it around the shop. So pretty cool. And then last but not least is a battery charger, and I already have one of them from Greenlight. And overall, the American Diorama stuff is really nice. As you can see, all the gauges and knobs and stuff, and your casters on this too, handle detail. So really cool. The only reason I'm going to say I favor Greenlight stuff over this stuff is because of the fact that Greenlight stuff is molded in the colors for the most part. So when you drop it and bang it around and it's lightweight, it does not chip. Like this stuff does chip very easily. So this is not the kind of diorama accessories you want to keep moving around a lot, because if you drop them a lot, especially on harder surfaces, it's going to chip. But if you have softer like pads like this, parking lot and things, it's not going to be so bad. But a lot of my stuff that I have in my diorama have harder surfaces, so it has a tendency to chip. So guys, last but not least, we're moving on to the Mustang. For Mustang Monday, I guess we can call it. Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R, which I know a lot of these guys on YouTube have already unboxed this, but we were a little late to the party here with this one. So Tarmac Works Global 64. Sometimes you can be first, like I was with the Golf Land Rover the other day, and then sometimes you're last, like with this one. So this is really cool, though. Actually, I got it for the SRP suggested retail price, which I think here I got it for 600 pesos, which is equivalent to 12 bucks. So it is probably about 50% more than your green light version. I think the green light version SRP is like 8 bucks, something like that. In some places you can even get it a little cheaper. But the Tarmac one you may even be able to get for 10 bucks in some places in the States. Not really sure. But anyways, the 50% more price tag, since we're not talking about huge amounts of money here, it really ain't that bad. It's 12 bucks. It's equivalent to the price of a mini GT vehicle. So, just on the backside, card art, small size, big heart, Tarmac Works, and then you have the UPC, Ford Mustang Shelby GT 350R in blue, and then Tarmac's Charitable Foundation, Tarmac for Good. Then you have their website, www.tarmacworks.com, and tells you a little bit about the caution and warnings that it's made for 14-year-old kids and older. And then this type of package is like the white Koenigsegg that we opened before. It's like a Protecto pack that opens like a clamshell. Hence the name clamshell. But the ones that I'm always calling clamshell are sealed clamshells, like the M2s and such. But still, yeah, clamshells. This is a reusable clamshell. So let's get this stuff out and look at it. We'll take the box out and look at it first. This is like your shipping container. Tarmac Works. It's detailed end caps that look like doors. So it looks really good. You can put it there in that little display with the shipping container background, and it would look great together in a photo shoot. So, the Mustang. Let's go ahead and back out here and look down at the Mustang. And he does roll fairly good. I can't say he rolled as good as the white Koenigsegg, but it rolls not bad at all. The blue is beautiful. I do dig the blue quite a bit. And the wheels look really good. And I don't see any brake caliper detail. And I don't see the little notches where the brake calipers would set in. The brake calipers and rotors, I should say. But still yet, not bad. And the wheels seem accurate. It's got detailed lug nuts, detailed headlights, and I can't tell. I think that is a tampo. I don't think it could be acrylic. Not sure. Those are tampos. Open grill, yeah, I think those are headlight tampos. I don't think it is acrylic. No opening parts. And stiff rubberized mirrors, so you definitely want to be careful. Red acrylic taillight lenses, though, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely red acrylic taillight lenses, and it looks like 3 separate pieces, too. But it could be one unit just slipped in through the backside. And then a cool vanity plate, blue 350. Very cool. And then your wing, your dual exhaust tips on each side. And then the base is also metal. So metal on metal is screwed together, which is also a big selling point to me. That almost makes it worth the extra $3 or $4, so you can mod it with different wheels and not have to worry about butchering the casting. And it is a very heavy casting, so pretty nice. So yeah, for the price, I can justify it. It is nicer than the green light, but Still yet it's $12 for a Shelby 350R. So but for the money it's not bad. So it's like a mini GT car, metal on metal, nice detail. So yeah, I would probably buy another one. I may even buy the SEMA edition that's available. So guys, we're out of time. So if you have not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. I left the icon here on the right. Also left a video link here, actually for the Koenigsegg Tarmac, so you can watch that unboxing. And then if you can, please give me a thumbs up, and please share the video, and enjoy the first part of your week. I will be back on Wednesday with the unboxing on Eno 64's first and only resin car, so be sure to tune back in for that. Thanks for watching, guys.